Hello and welcome to the post-market update from Nirmal. I am Dadia. What a series it has been for the markets, at least in terms of where volatility goes. In fact, if you see Nifty 50, it's ended the Feb series below that 11,650 mark. Sensex also saw cuts of almost around 150 points coming in there. If you talk about the Indian markets as well, a marginal recovery in trade is what we've seen in today's session. However, we did not see any green shoots, nor did we manage to come into the green in today's session. 5 consecutive sessions of decline that have come in for Nifty 50. So that's something that we need to note. And it's not only the domestic factors, it's mainly the global factors as well that have been impacting markets. In fact, if you talk from, the Feb series perspective as well, it's the worst F&O series that Nifty 50 has seen in the last 7 months. For the series, it's down almost around 3.2 to 3.5%. Clearly talking from Bank Nifty perspective as well, we've ended with cuts of over 150 points in terms of Bank Nifty. Broader markets, very clearly they were trading in line with benchmark indices in trade. And if you talk about major sectoral indices as well, they have entered in the red. You did see a major recovery that did come in, especially in terms of the pharma index, and that was mainly led by Sun Pharma. Nifty Realty was the top losing sector, which was then followed by real estate, the PSU banks, as well as the metal counters. These were few of the top losers from the individual sectors. IT stocks were also under pressure, top loser being Wipro, followed by Tata Elxsi, Mindtree, HCL Tech and Infosys. And if you talk about the advanced decline ratio as well, pretty much in favor of the sellers. Moving away from there, if you go to see in terms of the stocks which were the most active, you had counters like SBI, HDFC Bank, Reliance Industries, Indiabulls Housing Finance, as well as an ICICI Bank. These were few of the counters which were the most active in trade in today's day of trade. Moving away from these stocks, let's quickly see which could be the factors that could be weighing on the markets. Firstly, you have the Asian market slide, which is impacting us. Global markets in terms of US as well as Europe is also impacting the domestic markets. The fresh coronavirus cases which are unnerving the investors, that's something which is having an impact, and that's why you are seeing that outflow that is coming in from the FIs as well. And you have the December quarter GDP data that will be out tomorrow. So that is keeping the domestic investors pretty much on a frenzy. Talking about the outlook as well, we have broken that 11,600 level in intraday trade, and we're trading below its crucial support of almost 11,614, which was the swing low of the budget day. Now, there is a possibility that we could see further correction that could be coming in terms of domestic markets. So again, the main point over here is that you need to keep an eye on your stop losses. Let's quickly highlight the gainers on Nifty 50, Sun Pharma, Yes Bank, Titan, Grassema and Maruti. These were few of the gainers. Wipro, JSW Steel, IOC, M&M. These were few of the losers on Nifty 50. From BSE 500, you had Mishra Dhatu Nigam, Niveli Lignite, Bharat Dynamics, Gulf Oil Lubricants. These were few of the gainers. Whereas you had Tejas Network, GMR Infra, Avanti Feeds and Delta Corp. These were few of the losers. Abbott India and Garwari Tech Fibers, these were two counters that were trading at a 52-week high. Whereas you had almost companies like say ITC, ONGC, M&M, L&T from Nifty 50 that were trading at a 52-week low. There were a lot of banking counters that were trading at a 52-week low, and that actually justifies the pressure that we saw on the Nifty PSU Bank Index. Allahabad Bank, Andhra Bank, BOB, Bank of India, Indian Bank, IOB, you had Oriental Bank, Syndicate Bank, to name a few, from the banking space that were trading at a 52-week low. Let's quickly highlight the movers and shakers. Interestingly, a future consumer actually recovered after seeing a 10% cut in intraday trade. A second consecutive day of run coming in for a BASF India. So smart moves on that one. Gulf Oil Lubricants also surged in intraday trade today. You have Abbott India, 4 consecutive sessions of gains coming in on this counter. In fact, that stock is trading at a record high. SKMX has also moved up, and this was mainly because they got a nod for conversion of existing DTA unit into a EOU status. So good news coming in for SKMX. Gravita tumbled in trade. You had Alpha Geo that was trading jubilantly, and this was on the back of backing a contract. Aurobindo Pharma also got an EIR for one of its units, and then smart gains came in on that one. Rights ended in the red, and this is on the back of the government stake divestment plan. India Cement has been an interesting counter, third consecutive session of gains that did come in on this stock, and this is mainly because the Damani brothers have gone ahead and bought stake in the company, and that's what has kept India Cements pretty much on the forefront. NLC India was also the top BSE mid-cap gainer, up almost around 10% in trade. So overall, a lot of movers and shakers that we did witness, in terms of individual counters. But one thing that we note is over here is that yes, the choppiness could continue. The near-term outlook still remains bleak and weak for the Indian markets, and there are these coronavirus fears that is having an impact. Probably tomorrow's session is going to be important. We have the GDP data that will be out, so that's something that the investors will be watching out for, and it will be the first day of the new series as well. So let's see how the markets actually open up in trade tomorrow. That's all that we have in the post-market update. Thanks for watching. For more details, you could be subscribing to our Nirmal Bank channel, and you could also follow us on Twitter and Facebook. Thanks.